Honorable Ghana, and then Honorable Ethel. My apologies.
Thank you very much, Chair. So I'll try to be as brief, taking into account that we have a sitting at 2. Let me start with the CEO or CFO. Is it true that the coach of Amajita is earning, I don't want to quote the exact figure, is the coach of Amajita earning less than 30,000 per month? Is it true?
We cannot disclose salaries.
Is it true that he earns less than 30,000 per month?
We cannot disclose the salary.
No. You're going to answer that
No.
question.
You are going to answer this
Just
one.
a second, Honorable Ghana.
No,
you
this
have
one you are going to answer.
finances with us, payments, debits, and credits. You are going to respond to that question.
Is it true that the Amajita coach earns less than 30,000 per month? President, is it true?
It's not true.
He earns more than 30,000.
It's not true.
He earns more than 30,000.
Yes, he does.
Let me deal with the order point.
Chairperson, you know, I've got a problem with delegation of SAFA. As in when there is a person on the podium, President, there is a battalion just behind you. It's behaving as like your spokesperson. Every time there, including you, every time there is a member on the platform, you keep on skinnering on the side. This is not an NEC meeting of SAFA. If you are used to behaving like this in an NEC meeting of SAFA, this is Parliament. Please respect us. We'll give you that respect in return. It's not fair that when there is a member on the platform, you keep on skinnering there. It's not fair. Please respect us. We'll give you the respect in Klegas.
Yeah, just a second. Honorable Kabo, I want to agree with you. You know, there's various entities appear with us, appear in front of us. And most, if not all of them, are worried about the tone and the body language. You should be worried about the questions, and we are worried about the answers. We need answers here as Parliament, and we are going to take decisions here based on the information. In actual fact, the members who are sitting here, they are their own AMA police. They are doing their own investigations. And I can tell you now, people coming and lying under oath, it looks like these members don't read. It looks like these members are not going to the soccer fields. They know. They know. They are aware of what is transpired. So I want SAFA to take this meeting serious. It is a serious meeting. And the question asked by the honorable member, he has, there's a rationale behind that question. Honorable Ghana, proceed.
All right, thanks.
Sorry, your question again?
No,
Is it true?
You know the question.
Yeah.
Just say
No,
that.
you asked 2 questions.
Just say that you have the Amajita coach earns more than 30,000 rand.
Yes, he does.
All right, and it's more than 50,000 as far as you know.
No,
It's less than 50,000.
that I know.
That you know is less than 50,000. All right. And the coach of Bafana earns more than 1 million rands per month.
That one is true. Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yes.
And the coach of Amajita earns less than 50,000 per month.
Yes.
Did SAFA make a bonus available for the coach of Amajita for winning the under-20 AFCON?
No.
He did not receive a bonus.
No, we don't receive.
And he earns less than 50,000 per month.
Yes.
All right. Did the Amajita team travel by bus to Mozambique?
Yes, they did.
To Mozambique?
Yes, they did.
By bus?
Yes, they did.
All right. How much are we getting from 10Bet? 10Bet.
CFO, help us, CFO.
It sponsors the national team. You said the junior teams don't get money. We get money from 10Bet. How much are we getting from 10Bet? And on that vein, please tell us how much are we getting from Hollywood Bet?
Yeah, in terms of our sponsorship contract, we've got confidentiality clauses. And,
how much are we getting?
We will
from,
be in breach of our sponsorship contracts.
How much are we getting? So are you saying from your financials, the amount that you can present is the inclusive amount? You can't tell us how much you get from 10Bet.
No, we cannot.
What is the promise that you have given 10Bet? Insofar as they are advertising around the Bafana Bafana games.
10Bet is on a gold package. So the packages of each sponsor are aligned with the rights that they receive in terms of the number of minutes they get on the LED if we're using LEDs, or the number of boards they get if we're using static boards. And also how much they can do in terms of campaigns by using the players, access to the players as well, and also the advertising they can do externally. So the packages are aligned to the rights that the sponsor is paying for.
How much did they pay
Honorable
for that
Ghana,
package?
just a second. I want you to proceed with that interrogation of the sponsorship. We had Netball South Africa in front of us. Whose reports indicated they have received cars? And we interrogate that. And we wanted reports on that. There is companies, and I can't remember when the minister was elected, the very first speech of mine, I had it that I think it's MTN, Dr. Jordan, that has withdrawn sponsorship from SAFA. I'm not sure. Is it MTN or which company it was? And I went and I saw it was because of the problems that SAFA had. I can't remember that. So if SAFA is in front of us and they can't disclose sponsorship, that says a lot about the finance that is in front of us here today. So has that been hidden?
Thanks, Chair. So you are saying that, SAFA, you are saying that your product is being undervalued. And then you are signing secret deals with betting companies. 10Bet and Hollywood. And you can't tell us how much they are paying. You can't tell us.
Like the CFO is saying.
So that's what you are.
There is a non-disclosure paragraph in there, so we cannot disclose the amounts. But we can tell you in total how much we receive from sponsorship in total.
Does that money reflect in what that you've presented today?
It's part of what was presented.
No, Chair, I'm being specific on 10Bet and Hollywoods. So we've got all the people branding of Hollywoods sponsoring the LFAs, the regional leagues. And you are telling us today that you can't tell us how much Hollywood Bet is paying for that, because there are some clauses there.
Yes,
you
sir.
know where those LFAs are playing, most of them, ne? They're in poorer communities. Ne? And Hollywood Bet is advertising their gambling to the poorest of the poor. And you are telling us, President, that you can't tell us how much they are paying for that. That's what you are telling us. So SAFA, you entered into a deal with 2 betting companies. And you are telling us you can't tell us how much they are paying. We know how much Betway is paying for the PSL. But you can't tell us how much 10Bet and Hollywood Bets they are paying SAFA. All right. So 2024, you say that you didn't get a cent from ticketing. That's what you are saying. It's not me. It's your statement. It's here. Ticketing revenue, 0. Who derives money from the ticketing of Bafana Bafana, Banyana Banyana, all the games that people pay to enter? Because you are...
Let's make it easy for SAFA. Put that presentation up again. Proceed, Honourable Member.
So you are telling us that the whole year, South Africans, the stadiums are full, but you have derived 0 rands from Bafana Bafana games. Where did the money go? Where did the money go? For someone who bought a ticket to go and watch Bafana Bafana, where did the money go for Bafana Bafana games? I will come to the others. You are saying, CFO, yeah, your ticketing revenue is 0 for 2024, ne? You accept? That's what the statement says here. It says it's even dash, which means you are saying that the revenue did not come from ticketing, where did it go?
Can I answer that?
Yeah, it's a question.
Please do.
Where did it go?
Yes, yes. No, we did receive ticketing revenue, and it was misallocated. It's under sundry income. So the ticketing revenue is there, but it was misallocated in these financial statements.
So,
But we can,
so you're saying all the sundry income is ticket?
no, not all of it.
How
Sundry
much did you get for
sundry
Bafana
income
Games ticketing?
means other income.
How much did you get for Bafana Games ticketing revenue?
I can get those figures for you. We can get those figures for you, but we did, and it's allocated under sundry income.
The Lecoq sponsorship is coming to an end.
Yes, it is.
How much are you getting from Lecoq per annum?
Unfortunately, we can't disclose.
No, you
the
can't.
figures.
No,
Because of,
no. It
because
can't-
of confidentiality clauses.
Chair, so you are telling us, you can't tell us how much you get from 10Bet. You can't tell us how much you get from Hollywood. You can't tell us how much you get from Lecoq. So you are telling us that the only people you can tell us where you get money from is the SABC. So SAFA tells us the only people you can tell us where you get money from is the SABC. Everything else is under some deals. How much are you getting from Lecoq?
No, we can't tell you as in terms of the exact figures because we are governed by sponsorship agreements and they've got confidentiality clauses. If we disclose, then we are in breach. But what we can tell you is that the Lecoq sponsorship includes kit. So they provide us with kit for all our national teams. But in terms of the values, we can't give you those values. They are confidential.
President, are you happy with the Lecoq sponsorship of the national teams? Yes, I'm asking you. Please answer on record.
Are you asking me whether we are happy with?
Are you happy with how Lecoq has treated the South
Personally.
African national team? You are the president of the association.
Personally, no.
As the president of the association,
No, I'm not happy.
what have you done about it?
No.
Because there are some secret arrangements.
The
What
con-
have you done
the-
about
the
it?
contract is going to is coming to an end. What is the end date of the contract?
31st of December. 31st of December.
13th December. One. Yeah.
Who signed that deal, President?
Sorry?
Lecoq? Who signed the Lecoq deal? Was it your CFO? Were you around? Were you part of the delegation?
No, I was around, but it was signed by the CEO then. So
who was the CEO?
The previous CEO.
Who was the CEO?
The CEO was Mr. Russell Paul at that
Russell
time.
Paul.
At that time, yes.
And then he signed that you must not tell South Africans how the national team is being mistreated by a technical sponsor like Lecoq.
Well, unfortunately, with all our sponsorship contract, there is a confidential clause. So
Have you opened the
we
bidding
are
for the
governed
next
by that.
technical sponsor of the national teams?
yes, we have received a few proposals,
Yeah.
which we are reviewing.
Do they come with a bit more money than Lecoq?
Well, they are some of them are better than our current deal, but the focus these days is on kit, the provision of kit. So we have to look at the quantities that a kit supplier will be able to supply us and the quality of the kit. So that is what is key.
Last three questions, Chair. Last two, actually. Three. Are you planning to pay the current NEC members any honorarium before the Congress?
No, in terms of our cash flow planning, we don't have a provision for honoraria.
So no NEC member is going to get money?
No, not before the next Congress.
All right. Maybe let me almost end with these two. Fun Valley. You have indicated there was a lot of millions there. Where will the money to upgrade Fun Valley come from?
I think in our presentation, we also appealed to government to say if government can assist with the funding to build our National Technical Center, it would be appreciated. But as we speak now, do we have the money? No, we don't. So we are appealing to different funders. We are appealing to corporate to assist us with funding.
Do you know what's the current value of Fund Valley? If you had to, have you done evaluation of Fund Valley?
We did the evaluation of Fund Valley, but not recently in 2023.
How much was it?
Well, the value was around 70 million.
70 million?
Yeah.
All right.
Wrap up, Honorable Ghana.
Last one, Mr. President. Last one. In 2022, you said you will not avail yourself to be re-elected as the president. Are you available? Have you told your members that you are available for election? Are you retracting the statement that you made in 2022?
That is a matter that was discussed with the members. There is no nominations out.
Lovely.
There's no one.
Say in 2022 that you are saving your last term?
Where did I say this?
I'm asking if you did say
No.
it. Cannot recall.
No.
You did say it, that this is your last term. But you're available.
I don't know. Members must nominate.
If they nominate, will you avail yourself?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know whether they will nominate or not nominate.
I rest, Chair.
Thank you. The issue Honorable Ghana asked CFO, you said that the ticketing is misappropriated, misrepresented.
Located, so it's sitting.
Misallocated.
It's sitting on the wrong
Okay, should you
account
say
on our income
should you
statement.
say that's a serious offense by the auditors?
It's not. It's not.
It's not an oversight.
It's not. Yeah.
Who is the auditors?
The auditors were Sondlo, chartered accountants.
What's the name?
Sondlo.
Sontlo.
Yes.
That rings a bell. Is it the auditors that was fired by Makhali's water board?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Sure. You did not check their resume when you appointed them.
No, we did. We did.
So you don't know if, there's reports of misconduct.
No, we're not aware of
Who
that.
appointed them?
It was the SAFA NEC, the Congress. So the audit committee recommends to the Congress, to the SAFA members at Congress, and the Congress approved.
Thank you. Our last member will be the Honorable Trollop. Yeah, at least we are awake. Honorable Trollop, following by Honorable Nkosi, and then we'll give a slot for Honorable questions for Honorable Sali that has been asked, and some of the questions is going through through the system.
With all due respect, I was respecting every single member to get an opportunity. Some of these members got answers already. My phone is blowing up with requests for responses because these matters.
We will
has been
create
forwarded.
that opportunity, Honorable Sali.
Thank you.
I think Honorable Khabwe has utilized the space to say this is how we do it and this is how members has chosen to do. But I'm going to give an opportunity that they respond to you. Honorable Trollop.
Thank you, Chair. Thanks for letting me ask a question in this committee. I'm not a member, but I am a member of Parliament. And I sincerely hope that some of the evasiveness will be dealt with through Promotion to Access of Information Act. And that the committee...
Trollop, can you please speak closer to the mic?
I sincerely hope that
Thank
some
you.
of the evasiveness will be dealt with through the Promotion of Access to Information Act. I listened to the CFO lamenting earlier on about their ability or inability to attract sponsors. And I would venture that that reflects on the performance or the image or the profligacy of SAFA. So I want to ask a question that was partly answered about Tebogo Mokoena. He received 2 yellow cards in previous games and was fielded in the game against Lesotho. He should not have been fielded. We didn't have to wait for FIFA or CAF to give that information. The management responsible should have ensured that he wasn't on the field, because it could have cost us crucial qualification for the World Cup. When SAFA alerted was alerted by FIFA and CAF that the penalty could gift Lesotho the 3 hard-earned points, but Lesotho failed to lodge their complaint within the time frame. Either it was fate or miscalculation. But I've read a lot about this, and that's what brought me to this committee. I've heard former Bafana players say that heads must roll. They've called it schoolboy error without accountability, and it tells the world we're running a Mickey Mouse organization whilst trying to qualify for the World Cup, quote, unquote. I want to know, and the name was bandied here, but I want it on the record. Who made the ghastly error that could have resulted in disaster for our World Cup qualification campaign? And I ask that question against the background of Bafana and other national teams who are thankfully on the ascendancy through performance. But I also ask that against the background of an article written in the Sunday World that was headlined, "SAFA, why must you be the rotten apple that spoils the bag?" Close quote. I also want to reference an article on Independent Online where they name the responsible official, but they go on to say, but with SAFA being so poorly run at the moment, who can blame him? My question then is, who is the official? How much is he paid? And we don't have to hide that. How much is he paid on a monthly basis to do his job, to count how many yellow cards there are? And what happened to him for not doing his job? Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you. Safa, can you respond to that question?
Could I just indicate again that matter is under investigation. It will be dealt with. And names have been bandied about. But when FIFA makes that decision, then only the investigation will be completed. The investigation is incomplete at the moment.
What systems, in terms of what the honourable member has asked, does SAFA have in place to prevent this? I mean, there's dashboards, there's modern analytical stuff. I mean, you can even check a player's progress on computer. Don't you think that's a serious offence?
I think the problem here was that FIFA, CAF, and the match commissioner were not informed of the yellow cards. And when you get to a match commissioner's meeting, that's when you are alerted to this. Even SAFA was not alerted to it officially of Mokwena's 2 yellow cards. It came up after the game against Lesotho. So I don't want to say too much about it because, people will feel that they are prejudiced about their own rights concerning this game. It's a very serious matter. From the legal committee's point of view, I've engaged the CEO on this matter because there are queries like Mr. Trollop has. Lots of queries that come to me as an individual. It has to be answered.
Yeah, Honourable Trollop, I'm going to give you a follow-up if you would like to. You still have much more time left.
Yes, please, Chair. Once again, I hear reference to FIFA. This has got nothing to do with FIFA or CAF. There is the responsibility of a prescribed official within SAFA to count how many yellow cards there are, to prevent a player going onto the field and compromising a crucial outcome. We don't need FIFA, we don't need anything. Have any steps been taken against that individual? And I read an article that said that the individual was paid something like over 100,000 rand a month to count yellow cards. And he didn't count the yellow cards and potentially jeopardized our qualification for the World Cup. What accountability steps were taken with this official? Or is it just do as you please in this organization?
Safa?
Just answer that again. I cannot overemphasize the fact that if somebody says that FIFA and CAF are not involved in this, they are involved in this. It was a World Cup qualifier. So you've got to wait for all the information to filter through. To give answers here today, because Mr. Trollop is saying so, that it doesn't concern FIFA and CAF. That's not true. That's wrong to say that.
No, it's not a question of the Honourable Trollop said so. From a layman's point of view, here we have, there they play, there was negligence, complete negligence. I think what the crux of Honourable Trollop is here, there are cases where you could say, sit back home until investigation. No one is speaking to that. Whether the person is still within the fold, still doing the job, still counting the yellow tickets manually or whatever the case may be. And it's not enough for us as members to say, listen, we're going to accept this. This is a national entity. It's a national product. It belongs to the people of South Africa. And the honorable member and this country has the right to know what step has been taken. And we feel that, you know, it is just, it's far gone for us to just say, listen, so it's still there, there's an investigation, it's this one and that one. We would want harsher action from SAFA.
Just, can I assist you? Imagine if Lesotho had met the time frame and had complained, and the rules of SAFA kicked in, of FIFA kicked in, and all the efforts of those players to get themselves into a winning qualifying position went down the drain because a SAFA official didn't do their job. That's the question. What would have happened then? And we're trying to prevent this ever happening again. So instead of being evasive, why can't we just see some leadership and accountability and say, we have done X, Y, and Z about this, and we will make sure that it never happens again. But we just get evasiveness. I've sat here most of the morning, left my other committee because I wanted to come and find out what kind of accountability there is in this organization. And frankly, I'm about to leave to go to a parliamentary sitting, and I'm going to leave with the impression that there is none.
SAFA, I'm giving you a last bite at this, Doc.
No, there will be accountability, but we'll have to wait for all the reports to come in. You have these, if you act against any staff member, they also have the right to take up the matter, as we've seen with NAMSLA, going to the CCMA, going to court, and then you must defend your position. And our position is clear. We will defend on the side of what is right. And unfortunately, we cannot do it at this stage. So we must just plead for, give us some space so that we can deal with the matter.
Thank you, Honourable.